A movement is happening, driven by technology, postmodern thinking, and the universal use of English. There is a transnational culture that is arising around the world with unimaginable influence. Europe is at the forefront of this emerging culture. Despite the disinterest in traditional church, more Europeans than ever are exploring spirituality. There is a rapid decline in church attendance spreading throughout Europe, as only 5% of the population attends church regularly. Although attendance in the Church of England declines by 6% every year, people are being drawn to new expressions of church.
What's impressed me most about Christian Associates is the willingness to step out in faith and try new things. There's a strong commitment at the core of this to the gospel, but there's also that willingness, that readiness to explore new possibilities and really do what's necessary to engage with this new culture that we're finding in the major cities of Europe.
If there are people that this makes sense to, then it's about reaching out to them in an honest way and find ways of giving them hope and inviting them in, because there's so many people in the city but there's no community. There's so many people but no community. And it's about how do we get back to that?
In France, only 2% of the population consider themselves Christians, and less than that attend any kind of church at all.
Students from all different parts of Europe are really just at a vulnerable place in which they are really being effectively ministered to in a very non-intimidating way, in a non-threatening way. And it's really neat for me to be a part of it and just to develop relationships with people my age from completely different parts of Europe and have them just see something different in me.
Every year in the city of Glasgow, 1 out of 2 church buildings are sold to theatres, businesses and pubs.
I really see it's a major bonus for Glasgow that we have a CA church plant here. It just is, it gives a whole new perspective to Jesus and what he can do within this culture, and just the opportunities we have to reach out to just groups which have never known Jesus, never had an experience of Jesus or Christianity.
I think that Europe really needs what Christian Associates is doing in Glasgow. We've had the freedom to really try loads of different things and just to see what will work within our culture, and Christian Associates gives us a freedom to try that in a culture where people are totally disillusioned with church and completely turned off it.
Christian Associates is all about church planting movements that will start other church planting movements. Why do you start churches in Europe? I have an easy answer. I can say, hey, I'm European. But the bigger and the more important answer is, of course, that there are, frankly, few churches in Europe that still reach out to people that don't know God. And as I think that the church, the quintessence of a church is to reach out instead of just reaching in. I want to start churches all over Europe.
Every year we are planting more churches in Europe, seeing people's lives transformed by the story of Christ. A movement has begun. Momentum is building. For the mission, for the passion, and all for Christ.